From the headlines that move us
to the plays on the field and the people making a difference.
It's news, sports, stories, and people that keep our community alive.
This is the Heartbeat of Tampa Bay.
I'm Christopher Ingram.
And I'm Sarina Fazan. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
So, Sarina, we have a special guest here today.
I know my heart is already beating
She
several
needs
extra beats.
No introduction other than Bridgette Bello, Jose's wife.
I love it. That's, my husband is going to thank you for that.
Jose's going to love it, right?
He's absolutely going to love
Now,
that.
this is like inside baseball, except it's really not because everyone knows you, which is really the point of that introduction because your poor husband, who's the nicest guy in the world, completely capable, competent, intelligent, not bad looking, like he's a great guy, but he's always referred to as Bridgette's
husband.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. No, he deserves for me to be introduced as Jose's wife. I love that.
That's awesome.
Actually great.
I can't wait for him to watch it.
Yeah.
And for him to see and see his reaction.
Yeah. None of us can say anything.
Yeah, okay,
no
say
warning him,
right.
no telling him what we did. Just let him be surprised by it. I think it's great.
Well, so Bridgette, you are here today. We love having you here. You've been in the studio several times before.
Yeah.
You're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
Thank you. You're one of mine.
And you have a little change. You're no longer with TBBW.
Correct.
But you are going to take off and do wonderful things, amazing things again. We all know that. Everybody
That's
in
the
the community knows
plan.
that. And we're all rooting for you.
Thank you.
And you and I have a little history on announcements about
We do.
things.
Big
You want to share
big
that?
news announcements. Yeah, well, when we were launching TBBW, I think it was May 1st of 2018, you and I's friendship way supersedes that. And you said, I want to be the one to break the news. And, we had people telling us that they were all gathered around a radio in the conference room and listening to see what was next. And I'll never forget that you did that for me because it was one of those inflection points in my career that was like, hopefully people are paying attention, but I wasn't sure that people were paying attention. And so hearing that they all were was validating and really special.
They were all around the radio because you're on my radio show and you announced that you were starting TBBW.
And look at you, now you're on video.
Yeah, I'm out here with this amazing person. And thanks to
Well,
you. Why don't you tell the story?
Yes.
You have to tell
Okay,
the story how we
yes.
met.
This
it's
is
because
incredible.
of her.
This is incredible. Okay, so Bridgette, you are, again, I mean, such a well-respected person, right, in this community. You've done so many amazing things, and you're an amazing connector. You just get people. You brought Christopher and I together.
I did.
Oh my goodness. He was looking for a host. You said, why don't you call Sarina? He did, and it was amazing. I came in here.
The next day.
The very next day, we strategized for like an hour and a half. Then we decided just to, okay, we'll tape a show. Honestly, I don't mean to sound vain or anything, but it was just supposed to be a practice. We put it on air.
Yeah, we did. We put it out. Yeah. And,
yeah, we were just talking before the show that I'm amazed that the two of you had never met each other before. You're both amazing journalists with incredible careers and people that I respected a tremendous amount and have been friends with for a really long time. And so when Chris said he needed a co-host, I was like, this is a no-brainer, right? I got out my phone and I was like, hello.
I was sitting in her office
Literally
and she
sitting
goes,
there.
oh, you should call Sarina Fazan. And I go, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm so humbled and flattered.
I know Sarina,
I am
and we
so
had
humbled
met
and flattered.
maybe twice over the last 20 years, but it was just like hello kind of stuff. And we were friends on Facebook, but we had literally never sat down and had a conversation. And so we sat here that first day, we talked for an hour. She convinced me to change the name of the show.
I remember that.
And then we recorded a show just as a test run. It was so good we decided to, broadcast it, publish it, whatever you want to call it.
That's one of the things that I'm hopefully always going to be remembered for, right, is really understanding and getting to know people and being intentional about connecting people. Not always to host a show together, not always to do business together. Sometimes it's just to help each other. And that's something that's not going to change about me, right? Regardless of what's next, connecting people and connecting the right people for the right reasons is something I'm very, it warms my heart to be able to sit here and hear you guys say that and feel like I was a part of that.
Oh, totally. We're totally indebted. And
that's amazing.
And Bridgette, when you just said, I hope that's something that I'm remembered for. Are you kidding, girl? You are, oh my gosh, every chapter of your life. Wow. So it's like, okay, We're just gonna have to sit back and see what she
Right, what she
does
gonna do.
next.
You know it's going to be amazing. I mean, Bridget doesn't fool around,
Yeah.
right? She doesn't take crap from anybody. She's just, gets herself out there. She always has a plan. She puts good people around her. You're going to be a success no matter what you do,
Thank
right?
you. Well,
And-
it's because of this community, and I've said that no matter what part of the journey it was, right? Like, pick me up and put me in Austin, Texas. Pick you up and put you in Colorado, whatever. It's not Tampa Bay, and I just genuinely believe that we have something really special in this community. That people want to see each other succeed, that we're really good at turning and pulling and saying, come along, let me show you the way. And I think that everything that has happened for me, and I'm trying to stop saying to me, has happened because of the amazing people in this community. And so happy to be here, not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Nobody, they couldn't drag me kicking and screaming out of this town.
We're not going to let you. And a
Yeah,
lot of people got
thank
your
you.
back,
Thank you.
And if you don't know that, know that. A lot of
Yeah.
people got your back.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's a really good time to find that out, right? And
Yeah.
the second time that I've kind of gone through that, okay, let's find out who our friends are,
Right.
right? And who they are not.
Okay, so you're not as busy as you were a couple weeks ago, but you have something amazing that you've been sharing on Facebook for several months now
My
because you have a beautiful
granddaughter.
granddaughter.
I do.
So is that going to
yes.
keep you busy? You're going to take some grandma time?
I'm taking some grandma time. We were still recovering from the hurricanes, so I still have a garage full of bins of stuff that my wonderful husband and I keep saying, do we really need it? We haven't had it for a year. Let's just set it on the curb and give it to people.
Right.
But we need to go through it and figure out what's in there, right? But having time with my granddaughter, my daughter just recently moved close. She was in Jacksonville for a couple of years, and that was really, really hard on the family, and they're home, and my grandbaby's here, and she just lights up my heart like I can't even begin to explain. I can't wait for you to experience.
oh my gosh, oh gosh.
It's
I mean,
life
it's like
changing.
I,
It'll be life changing for you too, but mom of
Mom,
daughter
yeah.
of daughter.
Yeah. Well, she's a beautiful baby too.
Gorgeous. Well, are you surprised? I know. But Bridget, an amazing chapter with that, and what an amazing mother though you are, and amazing. So many things.
There's no
too.
greater compliment, and I know you know that.
Oh my gosh, yes, and you really are. And I feel when I first heard your personal story of everything that you've been through, I started weeping, and you even said to me, you said, Sarina, but how could you not know this because I've known you for a long time? Would you? I think you could change enormous lives, not just in Tampa Bay, throughout the country, by sharing your story. Could that be maybe part of what you might be interested in doing, like traveling and speaking?
Well, I'm definitely working on some things. That probably won't surprise anybody, right? My brain, and what I always try to do, and what I hope I continue to try to do, is solve a problem, right? Not be duplicitous, not do something that's already being done, not try to compete, none of those things, right? But to really genuinely say, this is an issue, and I'm uniquely positioned to address that issue. Yes, I have been trying to write a book for a really long time, and I used to say my retirement plan was to get on the speaker series, right?
Did you see her retired? No way.
Yeah,
No.
Well,
No.
they get paid ridiculous money. P.S. I mean, I was chair of the CEO Council Programs Committee this past year. I'm shocked at how much money people get paid to speak for 45 minutes. I'm like, that's my retirement plan, right? But I'm not ready for that. But what I am working on, and more will be revealed, and we should probably come full circle and announce it on your show.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
gosh,
would be
what
a
an
blast.
honor. What an honor.
Does have a national reach, and you're, I think, the third person that has said to me, you should be looking at touching more lives than just people in Tampa Bay.
Okay, third time is a charm.
Right.
Right?
That's awesome.
So we've said it right here on the Heartbeat of Tampa Bay. Seriously.
I've never been afraid to be a person of faith in public, and I will tell you that I have learned a number of times in my life that God speaks to us in
Yes, he does.
So many
amazing
ways.
ways. And
Yes, and so, when I told you, when we just shared that when I first heard your story and I wept, I mean, just if you're a survivor and you don't have to share everything, but for people who actually are moving into Tampa or who may not know, if you could just touch on some of the things that you have, I mean,
The Bridgette Bello story.
Yeah.
Bridgette Bello story.
No, I mean, it is.
Tonight on Hallmark.
Oh, you know what?
Please
You know
never
what?
put me on a
Honestly,
Hallmark
you know
movie.
what?
Right?
That could be something too, though.
Somebody asked me the other day who would play Jose, and I said
Antonio
Antonio Banderas.
Banderas,
And
that's
he was
awesome.
like, so excited to hear that. It's, I never attempt to appear to be a victim, to play a victim. I've had a really interesting, book-worthy, speaker-worthy life, right? And I sat on a panel a couple of months ago, and one of the guys that I was on the panel with said the thing that I just said a minute ago, which is, why is this happening for me instead of why is this happening to me, right? And that really stuck with me. And little did I know I was going to have applications so soon for it to resonate with me in my own life. But a lot of things have happened for me, and I've always said they happened because I have a big platform and I have a big voice, and I'm not afraid to share it, right? And so being willing to stand on a stage or write a book or whatever those things are and talk about, I was the victim of domestic violence as a child. I married my father and became a victim of domestic violence as a wife. My daughter then gets to say she was a victim of domestic violence as a child. And, unfortunately, that's one of those things that the cycle continues, regardless of whether or not you think you've gotten in front of it. Because I really thought I had gotten in front of it. 2017 was a hell of a year. We were the only single family home in Pinellas County that was lost in Hurricane Irma.
Can you believe that? I mean, the only one.
The only one.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because Mark Woodard was the county administrator at the time, which if you don't know is Pam Iorio's husband. And he apparently was just, small talk in the bathroom getting ready for work that morning and said something about, there's this one house in Pinellas County and it's Bridgette Bello. And Pam was like, you have to call her and tell her that. And it was Valentine's Day
Oh my God.
of 2018.
That's crazy.
It was Valentine's Day that he called me and he said, Pam said I had to tell you this. And we, long story, but we were like, of course we
Right.
are. Of course we are. A couple of months after that, I got diagnosed with breast cancer. And a couple of months after that, kind of had that moment of it was time to do something different. I had been with a company for almost 20 years. Grew up there, literally 29 to I was 47, I think, when I resigned. Started TBBW and had an amazing run with that. And then in 2024, got a double whammy with Hurricane Helene and Milton back to back and lost our house again.
Again.
So 3-time domestic violence survivor, 3-time hurricane survivor, and a breast cancer survivor. That's a really good way to put a bow on it. And
you lived in an RV.
I did live in an RV for 10 months. Some people do that on purpose.
I know, right? You're like, never again. Because you used to talk about maybe doing the RV thing, right? And then after you lived in one for 10 months, you're like, I'm not doing this
We
again.
had a kid in Birmingham, a kid in Orlando, and a kid in Jacksonville. And we're, growing up and becoming more experienced.
Right.
We're not calling ourselves old. And we thought, we could get an RV and we could drive from Birmingham to Jacksonville to Orlando. And, this is another God moment. I'll make it as short as I can. But we had been having those conversations. And so here comes the hurricanes. And we're like, that RV we've been talking about. So we find an RV. We're like, can our rental payments go towards the purchase price? And they're like, absolutely, but why would you ask me that? And we're like, well, we were thinking about getting one anyway, and we have kids spread out all over the place. And I want to say we were maybe 4 or 5 months in, and they were like, so this is how much you've paid on the principal, and we were like, done.
Keep your money.
Nope.
We'll pay you to get rid of this thing.
Call it rent. We love each other, and fortunately we stayed married, and we came out of it okay, and no, really bad relationship scars. But the funny part of that conversation was in 17, when Irma happened, our kids had all just kind of graduated they were either graduating or had just graduated. And we were like, we don't need this big house, and we're getting older, and downtown St. Pete and that vibe, and the bars and the walkability, and let's get one of those condos, and we'll be the cool people in the condos in downtown St. Pete. And then we got to live in a condo for 7 months, and we were like, nope.
No.
So I again,
That's good.
The universe,
You've experienced
call
it,
it whatever
and you
you
learned it
call
the easy way.
We thought about an experience. We got the experience without the pain, right? We didn't sell the house. We didn't get the RV. And they're expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have to drive one of those really big dualies to pull one that's like comfortable. And my husband's like, I'm not doing
Not
that.
doing that.
So
That's funny.
And no offense to the people who have RVs.
No,
offense. It's
zero.
just like,
Serena, always
bless
keeping
you.
sure that we're clear and cool with everyone in every demographic group.
I can't help it.
more power to you. If
Bridget
you can
knows
stay
me. Like,
married
I'm
and
the
live in an
emotional
RV.
one. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like,
More power to you.
Okay, so you had all this adversity. You led the Tampa Bay Business Journal. You started TBBW. You are a journalist by trade and in your heart. Is it fair to say that your next step will still be something related to journalism and the media? Or can you not say? If you can't say.
I mean, let's just say I'm a real journalist. Mm-hmm. And I know the two of you know what I mean by that. Yeah.
we just talked about it on our show the other day.
I believe very, very strongly and firmly in what journalism is supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And that has been in my blood since I was like 6 years old.
Yeah.
It's funny. Me too.
Me too.
Do you think I'm going to walk away from that?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was kind of a job interview question.
Oh, okay.
Because my dear Sarina here is leaving next week to go to Paris.
Yes, I am going to Paris.
And I could use a co-host at least
Short
for a
term?
week or two. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
You better hope he doesn't outdo you now,
I mean,
girl.
if he doesn't invite you back, girl, I'm just saying.
All right, so you'll do it next week and the week after?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
We'll
Fine.
calendars and yeah, okay.
Thank you for giving me a heads up before we were live.
Oh yeah, we like to throw it all out there.
Because I'm
We
going
don't
to
rehearse.
say no on,
right?
you know,
She's like,
on camera. Sure, no, that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And you're a natural. I mean, you're such a natural.
Thank you.
And you are, you know, when you talked about retiring at 47, I was like, girl.
I would lose my mind.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You totally would.
But how gorgeous you are. I'm like, how could that have possibly been? I'm trying to do the math in my head. Okay, she retired at 47, then she's done this, and then you did.
55.
Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously.
I love you. Thank
Gorgeous. But
Thank
of course, I always tell my daughter this, and it, you know, as we're moms, it's always more important to be beautiful on the inside.
you. 100%.
But when you're also beautiful on the outside, it doesn't hurt.
I'm
right?
going to come see Sarina every day.
I know, right? Serena should have been a therapist.
Right? Something like that. I mean, she kind of always was.
Right.
If you look at her interviews, there definitely was something to that. But
She's great.
yeah.
Any parting words that you want to share, words of wisdom or anything for our viewers?
It remains to be seen whether they can be called words of wisdom, right?
Oh, come on now.
No, I am who I am at the core and have always been, right? And I've been in this town for almost 20 years, and people know I'll connect people regardless of what my title is. I'll do good for the community regardless of what my title is. I'm gonna look for and find a way to tell great stories regardless of what my title is. I genuinely care about people. I care about outcomes. I care about making an impact and leaving a legacy. I have a granddaughter here now, right? And I really want people to say to her, God, your grandma was an amazing lady. And she did this for me, and she did this for the community, and she, you know. And so I was always driven by that anyways, having a daughter and just in general, even maybe if I didn't have a kid. But having that little girl, 9 months old 2 days ago.
Wow.
And her growing up in this town, I want even more to make sure.
She's going to know it because she's going to see it, but she's going to hear it from other people too about you.
I hope so.
For sure.
Thank you.
Well.
And thank you so much again, Bridget, can't thank you enough.
Thank you guys for having me.
For bringing us together.
Jose's wife, Bridget.
Jose's wife.
Thank you for being here today.
That'll last for a week or two, just so you know.
Right?
Like,
Jose's
I'm okay
wife,
with it
Bridget.
for like a week or two.
Yeah, for the short term, right?
Yeah.
Poor Jose.
I'm going to start introducing myself that way, actually. When I meet people. I'm Jose's wife. That'll be weird, but it'll be fun.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Every story shared.
That's another heartbeat to Tampa Bay.
From courage to community.
We are so proud to tell the stories that keep our neighborhoods strong.
Thanks for watching The Heartbeat of Tampa Bay. You were great.
You guys were awesome.
Thank you for being here.
You're